A permutation is where I calculate how many ways you can arrange the items in a set. Words like position, arrange, schedule, or order all tell us that what we're looking at is a permutation. When we're arranging objects in a set, it is important to remember that order matters because every different order is a different arrangement. For our first example here, how many 5-digit numbers can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if no digit is repeated? So formed is just another way to say arranged, right, or organized. So because of that word given, we know that this is a permutation. So we're going to use the permutation formula. Now out of the set of 6 numbers, we're only choosing 5. So our formula is going to be 6 choose 5. So when we take 6 factorial and divide it by 6 minus 5 factorial, we get a total of 720 ways that you could form a 5-digit number using these 6. Now for the next question, we have a lot code that must consist of 3 letters followed by 2 digits. Now the fact that it's a code, meaning that the order matters, right? Because if you get the code wrong or you put it in the wrong order, it won't work. If the letters cannot be repeated but the digits can, how many codes are possible? So what you need is 2 permutations here. First permutation is the arrangement of letters. Then the second permutation is the arrangement of numbers. So out of the 3 letters, and none can be repeated, that leaves us 26 options for the first one, 25 options for the second, and 24 options for the third. And when we multiply all those, that gives us 15,600 possible combinations, or I should say permutations of the letters. Now for the numbers, since repetitions are allowed, all 10 numbers are available to us. So 10 times 10 for the 2 numbers afterwards gives us 100. So the total number of permutations would be the permutation of the letters multiplied by the permutations of the digits. And that's because we need both of them for this lot code to be considered complete. And when we calculate that, it's 1,560 million. For the next question here, how many ways can the letters of the word algebra be arranged? Well, arranged tells us that it's a permutation. Now there is repetition or identical objects in the set, right, in the word set of algebra. You got 7 objects in total, and those identical sets, the A's, occur twice. So then we would use the permutation formula when we have identical objects, which is the total number of objects to arrange, in this case 7, and then divided by the objects that repeat, which would be the A's here, 2. That would give us about 2,520 arrangements. How many ways can the letters of the word calculator be arranged if all vowels must be together? So what we have here is a permutation with a restriction. And the restriction is that we have to group all the vowels together whenever we're arranging this word. So if we group all the vowels, I should say, as one, that leaves us with 2 A's, the U, and the O. And when we remove that from the word calculator, then that leaves us with only about 6 other items to organize. So combining that all together, that would give us a total of 7 items to organize. One of those items would be all the vowels together, and then the other 6 would be, well, the non-vowels. And so if we look at the total arrangements with the identical objects here, we have 7 factorial over 2 factorial times 2 factorial, where each one of those would be the repeated C's and the repeated L's. And that gives us 1,260. Now we have the vowels themselves, which have their own permutations. So there's 4 vowels in total, and the A's repeat. So it's 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, which gives us 12 permutations in total. So since we need to get the total permutations of the vowels themselves and the vowels with the other items, then it's 12 times 1260, which gives us 15,120. Now, combinations are how many ways you can select objects from a set where the order doesn't matter. If you think about pizza, whether I get pepperoni, mushrooms, and olives, it won't matter if I rearrange the order into, let's say, olives, mushroom, and pepperoni. The pizza itself is going to be the same.
However, if we want to know the passcode of something, the order in which we write the letters or numbers in is going to matter, and that would be a permutation.
From a group of 12 students, a committee of 4 is to be chosen. And how many ways can this be done? So the words committee and chosen tell you that it's a combination. So out of the 12 objects or students, we're going to choose 4. So we're going to use the combination formula, 12 choose 4 in your calculator. If I'm thinking about the actual formula, that's 12 factorial over 4 factorial multiplied by 12 minus 4 factorial. And that gives us 495 ways. Now, from that same group of students, so if we change it, you can see how this is different. A president, vice president, and secretary are to be chosen. In how many ways can this be done? So at first, the word chosen seems like it's a combination, but president, vice president, and secretary are positions. And so once you choose the 3 students, what you're really doing is arranging them into positions. And this arrangement makes this a permutation question. So anytime you have positions, that's a permutation because it's going to cause you to arrange them a certain way. So then in this case, out of 12, we're choosing 3. So 12, choose 3, but the permutation formula, and that gives us 1,320. For our multi-case combination question here, a box contains 5 red, 4 blue, and 3 green marbles. In how many ways can 3 marbles be selected if at least 1 marble must be red? The word selected tells us this is a combination. There's 2 ways to solve this. The first one is a bit long, where you could solve each combination separately. So where you have 1 red marble, another combination with 2 red marbles, or 3 red marbles would be the third. All of them satisfy this kind of restriction, right? So for the 1 red marble, out of 5 red marbles, I'm choosing 1, and then I'm multiplying it by the rest of the leftover marbles that are not red. And then for the second, 5 choose 2, multiplied by the rest of the marbles that are not red, which would there be only 1 left out of the 3. And then 5 choose 3, where all the marbles are red. Each of these is a possibility. So because you could read this as 1 red marble or 2 red marbles or 3 red marbles, as they all satisfy this here, or the restrictions, then we would add them up because that word or means to add them up, giving us 185 ways. Now the second way to do this, which is a lot faster, is to do it in 2 steps. So first you calculate the combinations with no restrictions, right? So 12 choose 3, or where all of them can be red marbles, and that gives you 220. Next, we're going to calculate the number of combinations if there is no red balls or red marbles. So that means I'm only considering the blue and the green. So the leftover would be 7 out of the 12, right? Because 5 of them are red. So I would go 7 choose 3, which gives me 35 combinations. So if I subtract the difference where all the marbles are red and the combinations of none of them being red, that gives me the total combination of the same answer of 185. How many pathways are there from X to Y? You can only go horizontally and vertically, and every step has to lead you closer to Y. So with these conditions, the order does matter. Okay, because every step, in particular that detail, has to bring you closer. So you can't go up once you've started going down because that leads you farther away from Y. So if order does matter, then this is a permutation. So there's 2 blocks joined here. So each set can be thought of as a permutation with identical objects. And the reason why we say that it has identical objects is because if I start from X, I can go 3 to the right and 3 down. What actually repeats or is identical is the right 3 times and the down 3 times. So for the first block, since I have to travel 6 blocks in total, that's 6 factorial things to rearrange. 3 of which are to the right and 3 of which are down. So 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial times 3 factorial, that gives me 20. Now for the second block, the permutations are rather similar. You have 2 to the right and 2 to the down that you must travel in order to get to the point Y. So there are 4 blocks to travel in total, and there are 2 right repeating blocks and 2 down repeating blocks. So using the permutation formula where we have identical objects, we've got 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 2 factorial, and that gives us a total of 6 pathways for that block alone. Now, you need to travel through both blocks in order to get from X to Y. So when you have to travel through the first block and the second block, that word and means to multiply. So we're going to take the permutations of the first block, which is 20, and we're going to multiply it with the permutation of the second block, which is 6. And together, that gives us a total of 120 pathways or possible paths to get from X to Y.